Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Sharin Amira binti Nur Sharin. Today I would like to present about embracing an uncertain future, Covid-19 and mines in Malaysia. First of all, I would like to present about introduction of mines. Mines industry in KL has a solid reputation as a growing economy with an IT-savvy population, makes it an ideal destination for global meetings and conference. Running for 4 major segments. First, meeting. It's a general term indicating the number of people in one place to carry out a particular activity. Meeting planners and other meeting professionals may use the term meeting to denote an event booked at a hotel, convention center or any other venue dedicated to such gatherings. Second, incentives. A travel rewards a company may provide in return for excellent professional performance from individual employees, groups, or partners. Third, conference. Take meetings to the next level and are designed for a large corporate group to share knowledge across several readings. They often include not only key members of the organization, but also guest speakers and the general public. Lastly, exhibitions are essentially trade shows where an organization promotes its key products and services to the public. They are hyper-focused events that drum up business and help employees to gain network and build lasting professional relationships. Next, I will talk about background of the mines. The mines industry is complex with many parties such as participants, sponsors, clients, conventions, and visitor bureaus meeting venues, accommodations, and suppliers generally being involved in the planning and execution of an event.
For Covid-19. So, let's jump into 2018, right before pandemic on late 2019 in Wuhan, China. Mines industry was at peak on 2018, where a lot of events have been on the planned track for 2019 and 2020. 2019 and 2020 was a big year for a lot of countries in the world, as there is a lot of new policies and new innovation as the events industry keeps on war where everyone wants to make money and a lot of profit. So, let's focus on Malaysia. Mindset. Malaysia Convention and Exhibition Bureau are focused on the plan, roadmap and driving on the right track in positioning Malaysia as an attractive top of mind destination for business events and major events globally. YB Datuk Mohammadin bin Setapi, the Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture Malaysia, said that we could not have achieved our dramatic economic development of the last generation without going out into the world to compete with one and all, and most importantly, we could not have done it without bringing the world to us. International business event was the main focus and objective by our mines industry and our country economy. Thanks to board directors, the players, ministry, agency, local council and our associate for continuously producing impactful results for the mines industry in Malaysia. What is the mines industry contribution to the Malaysia in 2018? There are several business events achieved. First, 152 business events was secured. Second, 102,211 total number of international delegates involved in mines industry. Third, Ringgit Malaysia 1.575 billion economic impact on Malaysia. 10 event and support by Mines Malaysia. A total attendees from local and international 69,400 and 84,000 estimate. Number 6, 19,497 total international attendees in Mines Industry Malaysia. And last but not least, Ringgit Malaysia 87 billion total tourist expenditure contribute to the Malaysia. All of these events were successfully delivered because Malaysia event industry strive for an excellent result and fully supported by Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture Malaysia to further strengthen Malaysia's business tourism brand and position for the international business event market. Demand on mines industry in Malaysia. An article on New Straits Times on March 1st, 2018 reported that soaring demand for venues has led to more convention centres and event space being set up in Malaysia. The Malaysia International Trade and Exhibition Centre (MITC) is currently the country's largest exhibition centre, over 45,000 square. The Kuala Lumpur Convention Centre is one of the most popular venues for MICE-related events and large-scale wedding events, especially those we started as serial design are transforming into event or wedding planners for a share of the cake, and this is motivating developers to invest in multi-purpose halls and small convention centers. As a conclusion on what happened before Covid-19 on MICE industry. MICE industry in Malaysia in 2018 was very stable on its track, and a lot of structured plans were discussed and planned out. But Covid-19 seems as a threat and one of the challenge to the MICE industry survival in Malaysia. But I personally believe MICE Malaysia Convention and Exhibition Bureau will have a lot of solutions to keep their value and be stable while pandemic lasts.
As we can see that coronavirus has impacted not only in Malaysia but all around the world. Mass tourism is one of the first type of tourism to be impacted by the global spread of COVID-19, and it could be one of the last to fully return as international business arrival are projected to fall by 35% in 2020, according to global data. COVID-19 had devastating impact on cultural industry, which led to program being cancelled, impulsive ban and restriction on international travel. The coronavirus disease also has impacted every segment in life like commercial establishment, education, economy, religion, transport, tourism, employment, entertainment, food security, sport, and others. The outbreak is a major destabilizing threat to the global economy. So let's take a look the aftermath of pandemic COVID-19 and the survival.
Industri pelancongan negara adalah pihak yang paling terjejas dalam industri pelancongan negara, terutamanya yang berkaitan dengan penginapan, pengangkutan, membeli belah, makanan dan minuman, dan penganjuran acara-acara perniagaan di bawah MICE telah terjejas teruk.
Transformation agenda and government incentive. Datuk Sri Nancy come up with transformation agenda that focus on increasing revenue, securing partnership and investment, empowering local communities, and ensuring the sustainability of the industry. As you can see from the video, that Ministry emphasizing that domestic tourism is more to help the economy. Government has provided incentive and assistance through package such as Prihatin SME, and National Economic Recovery Plan or Penjana. Government also come up with an idea to organize a program such as like Meet in Malaysia campaign, which runs until 1st December 2021 that has been launched to help MICE industry players. COVID-19 and how it's changing the event industry. Many events can be held but within limited numbers of participants and guests. Numbers of participants in MICE event depends on the venue itself. For example, 1,000 square meter can only be fixed with 250 participants. Meetings and seminars often do not exceed 50 participants. For convention, around 250 delegates may be seated together. COVID-19 also give advantage to event industry. Exhibitors are more cautious and expert about online tools than visitors. Engagement with digital activity increase with familiarities and exposure. Customers or participants are increasingly open to the idea of engaging with digital application.
To add on, as we know that many online platforms that we use to organize an event, we use Google Meet, Zoom, Webex, YouTube channel, all these platforms require us as organizer to learn, implement and acknowledge the participant. I believe this is one of good things happen during this pandemic.
For the conclusion, to conclude, there are pros and cons for the MICE industry in Malaysia before and after COVID-19. They have a huge difference towards the MICE industry. For instance, soaring demand for venues has led to more convention centres and event space being set up in Malaysia. It has happened before the pandemic. However, the issues after pandemic might be affected almost the whole of MICE industry due to no face-to-face event. Closed border was the most important part that have been affected. Despite that, After a few months of movement restricted order MCO in Malaysia, the MICE industry had come back to continue the operations for the growth and setback in the industry. Well, there is a light under the tunnel, like they implemented virtual webinar or online conference through internet for this.
Hello, my name is Dr. Emuhizam bin Ibrahim, Executive Director of the World Trade Center Kuala Lumpur, WTCKL, come Chair of Conferences and Exhibitions, Asia Pacific Member Advisory Council, World Trade Center Association, WTCA. I'm also a UITM, University Technology Mara Board Members, and an adjunct professor at Tellus University, School of Hospitality Tourism. We are currently hosting the vaccination center at our halls here in World Trade Center, Kuala Lumpur. This event is organized by the Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation, MOSTI, Ministry of Health Malaysia, MOH, and the Covid19 Immunization Task Force, CITF. Our event spaces are used for the vaccination process, and the responses have been amazing. The trend of events, even during MCO, has been up and down, but at times when events, especially weddings, were allowed, our venues were of the people's choice. As for now, our vendors are still operating its businesses, as our vendors offers essential services such as the post office, bank and convenience store. The shops are still operating on normal hours, whereas the bank is standard to open at 9 a.m. in the morning to 3 p.m. We hope that things will escalate to a better light soon and that all businesses can run well. The pandemic has raised fears of impending economic crisis and recession. The restrictions have reduced some of the workforce in all sectors of the economy and have led to the loss of many jobs. The biggest impact of that the MICE industry has right now is the cancellations of events, as well as the need to rebook or postpone the events that have been planned. As for now, the industry can have a brighter future if we achieve the herd immunity for vaccination. Given the international travel bans that affect more than 90% of the global population and widespread restriction on public gathering and community mobility, it has huge impact on our businesses, as exhibitions and international expos has always been our bread and butter in the last 35 years. The industry should continue to promote its expertise vigorously using all its resources, be it online or offline. Continuous promotion is very important so that the industry's name is kept being known both locally and internationally. We must also keep up with the latest trends in exploring other ways we can polish up the branding of the industry. Also, the industry has to be creative in catching the eyes of potential customers and stakeholders. The MICE industry or business event industry, as well as any other industries, is being greatly challenged at the moment. Let's take this opportunity to better and move forward.